lonely lies. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my
It was an exciting movie to make. I got to work with not only Robert De Niro, but John Ortiz and Dash Mihawk and Julia Stiles, Paulie Herman and Shea Wiggum and Anupam Kaur and Jacki Weaver, and Chris Tucker is incredible in the movie, and of course Jennifer Lawrence. It was really quite an assembly of actors that David O. Russell got together to tell this story.
Are you gonna walk me home or what?
You have poor social skills. You have a problem.
Bradley Cooper plays Pat, and he has brought everything to this set. Pat Solatano is a hilarious man who has just come out of a mental hospital, and he's trying to get his wife back.
Does Nikki still work here?
You know I can't tell you that. But Doug Culpepper is still here.
Why would you tell me that? You know he broke up my marriage. Well, you mean a troublemaker?
You know, you look good. Did you lose a lot of weight?
I did, yeah, I did. Thank you.
Ah, get away from me!
Watching Bradley's performance is so heartbreaking and funny. When I watched him on set, I was blown away by what he was doing.
Is that song really playing?
There was this scene where he was in the doctor's office and he has an episode.
Is there a speaker here?
He's flipping out and he's throwing magazine racks down, and then he stops himself and he starts to clean it up, and it made me tear up because you could see it in his eyes that he didn't want to be that way. Nobody could have done it like Bradley. I mean, he was so perfect where he felt like a prisoner in his own mind.
Bradley Cooper's character traverses the realm from being extremely volatile, reactive person.
I got nothing but love for you, brother.
On the other hand, he's very beautiful and very sensitive. You know, and I love that you can have those two qualities in this character, and Bradley puts them together so well.
Dear Pat,
I think it's a new face for Bradley, and that's exciting to me.
it was very emotional for me to get your letter, as I'm sure you can imagine. And I'm glad you took the risk of discreetly getting it to me through Tiffany.
He's just got these sweet eyes, and everything that he feels you see, which is exactly what Pat needs, because he's just such a sweet guy that's just trying to do the best he can.
David O. Russell cares about his characters more than anything and making them authentic. And if you're going to make them authentic, they're going to have a lot of colors, as humans do in real life. And so it was just a wonderful experiment and experience to try to find anchors and make him real, so that when we're doing it, we're not acting.
Why don't you run somewhere else? There's tons of roads to run in. What are you trying to do?
I like this road. This is my neighborhood.
Oh, come on, please!
Calm down, crazy. Why are you...
I play Tiffany Maxwell, and she's a very tough, no BS kind of girl. She's very bullheaded and she's very strong, but at the same time, she really just cares so much about Pat and about his family.
I don't know how to act with you when you do this shit.
Hey, you want to have dinner with me at this diner?
Pick me up at 7:30.
Jennifer, I mean, Jennifer's amazing. She and Bradley had such a fantastic, easygoing chemistry together. Thank God they all kind of loved each other. Everybody loved each other. So these two really got along great. She's also an extraordinary, gifted, young, scary actress. I mean, she is wise beyond her years and has an ability and a confidence that seems to just show up in a graced way.
And she's also very similar to Tiffany, I'd say. Out of all the characters I've seen her play, her timing is just incredible comedically, as is Tiffany's.
How'd you lose your job?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died. It was a lot of people.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
11.
Wow.
I know.
Coming right off of Hunger Games, the first thoughts were, gee, is she too young to play this part? But she can seem older than her years, and she has an emotional intuitiveness and intensity that just kind of comes across.
You think that I'm crazier than you?
Because
it's chemical with this girl, that's all I can say. At 21 years old, she is absolutely the most staggering talent that I have seen come along in Hollywood in a very long time.
I'm just the crazy slut with a dead husband. Forget it!
You know, they're both fearless actors who will go after anything, and no director can ask for anything more than that.
Sit down. We're 7 minutes in, no score. Come on, help turn the juju around.
I don't believe in juju, though.
Oh, come on.
You know, Pat Sr., played by Robert De Niro, sees Pat Jr. as some sort of totem of luck for the Eagles, so he wants him around.
That's OCD. That's crazy.
What OCD, son? I want my son to watch the game with me, so sue me. Now, sit down. Sit down. Come on. I want you to watch the game with me.
I do,
It's
but
nice.
Dad,
I'm
it
not
makes me-
superstitious.
But there's more to it than that. He wants his son to have a positive life, and he wants his son to stay home and not go out and try too hard or too aggressively to re-get his job or his wife back. He wants him to just take it easy, one step at a time.
You see that? You're meant to be here. This is special. Everything happens for a reason. That's why you came home. Embrace it.
Robert De Niro, I just feel privileged to know him. You know, he's an extremely special person.
What'd you do? What happened? The Birds lose. I lose a fortune to Randy.
Bob came and wanted to do, I think, the kind of throwdown acting that we haven't seen him do since a lot of the Scorsese pictures, where he just is like a force to be reckoned with.
It's all ruined.
It's all ruined! No, Dad, don't do that! It's all ruined, you little kid! You loser!
It's remarkable because he has this way of being so tough and rough and yelling at Bradley, but you can just see the love in his eyes, and then it always comes back around to them being tender with each other.
Maybe I didn't spend enough time with you growing up. I spent too much time with your brother. It might have made you feel worse about your behavior, but I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to handle it.
That scene, to me, called for that kind of thing, but I never demanded it of myself. And you don't ever say you're going to do this or that. I'd say crying or this and that. But I just knew that I was very comfortable in just going for whatever I felt I would go for, what I felt in the scene.
Robert De Niro crying was never in the script, not asked for, never discussed. And you go, okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, and all of a sudden that happens, and Bradley and I are looking at each other like, oh my God.
I do consider myself the luckiest actor in the world at the moment because I'm working with the great Robert De Niro.
Somebody was in my study. Who took one of my envelopes? Somebody took an envelope.
Maybe we should call the FBI.
You don't get a credible world without having such amazing actors as Robert De Niro and Jacki Weaver. You know, Jacki Weaver and De Niro formed such a real marriage with the yin and the yang, the two sides of wanting to support the son.
He cannot be a quitter. He can't be a quitter.
You took that stupid Polly thing, and now he won't do the dance, and it was very constructive for him, and you ruined it.
Jacki Weaver, we both had been nominated for Oscars in 2011, she for Animal Kingdom. She was amazing. I thought she was real. I thought she was soulful.
David O. Russell keeps saying to us, they are still in love, they still adore each other, they're still doing it. Whatever he means by that.
A little bit more soul, Pat. Black it up, Pat.
What's that mean?
You know damn well what it means.
Black it up.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, man. Oh, I got an idea.
I play the character Danny, and Danny is sort of a charismatic character with, you know, I guess with some issues.
Danny was in for assault because of crystal meth and alcohol.
Bad combination.
Yeah, on top of an anxiety disorder.
That's when I was X-ray technician, and I had my ADD and my anxiety. I had a lot of access to medication, and I took advantage of it.
It's really nice to have someone like Chris Tucker, who we haven't seen in a long time, acting in a very natural and real way. I enjoyed it, and he's a terrific person.
It's official, man. They didn't convert me to my mental hygiene law admission status within 2/3 of the maximum length of my felony sentence. So I'm out. They had to let me go.
I never understand what he's saying. Chris Tucker, what a coup, man.
Dad's got you sitting here?
Oh, yeah.
He calls me jailhouse lawyer.
I was such a big fan of his before, even from like Dead Presidents and Jackie Brown. He's a great spirit of a human being and really talented, great actor.
Pat, you have to have a strategy. I've told you earlier.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done.
You have to do it. You have no choice. Excelsior.
I am Anupam Kher. I work in Indian movies, and I play Dr. Patel.
My friend Ronnie's having this party on Sunday night, and I don't know, my mom got this Gap outfit she wants me to wear, but I want to wear a jersey that my brother Jake got me from the Eagles. He's sort of an unorthodox therapist in a lot of ways.
Which jersey?
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson is the man.
Well, that settles that. And he's also very much a huge Eagles fan.
Dr. Patel! It's bad!
Hey! Anupam was good energy the whole time. Even in one scene, DeNiro was improvising. In one scene, DeNiro threw him out of the scene, the first take, in an improvisation. And then everybody kind of looked at each other like, what does that mean now? Anupam's not in the scene anymore? Robert De Niro threw him out of the scene. Robert De Niro's character threw him out of the scene. And so I think that means he's out of the scene now. So I think look at the Bible of cinema. Yeah, if Robert De Niro's character throws somebody out of a scene, I think that's it. You can't trump that. He's going to follow her around the corner. He's going to catch her around here.
Luckily, David O. Russell had been working on it for 5 years and done 20-some odd drafts. So he knew exactly what it was that he wanted.
You're going to look over here, and then when I say action, you're going to look over here.
And because of that confidence in his script, he was able to branch off from that in the doing of it, and would set up improvisations and also rewrite on the spot. There'd be often times where he would be handing us dialogue while the camera's still rolling.
So, Pat, what's this I hear about you just getting out?
Out of the loony bin! The loony bin!
Loony bin! Yeah, from the loony bin!
Crazy time!
He really wants to capture something that's happening in the moment. So that for an actor was very exciting.
I always say that he's kind of like the Meryl Streep of directors. He's just, everything he does is completely different.
And also the performances that he gets out of actors. I mean, some of my favorite actors, I've seen their best performances in all of his movies.
Calm down.
Stop, calm down. I want everybody to be as intensely excited and passionate about making this world come alive as I am. And to have Robert De Niro and Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, Jacki Weaver and Chris Tucker, to have everybody doing that is lighting the pilot light in all those characters.
Oh, yeah! That's cinema!
Don't let Tiffany get you in trouble.
She's my friend. Why would you say that?
If you're fortunate to work with these actors in this kind of a story, you almost feel like you've gotten dropped into the middle of a very alive, real place and with real people.
So is this the girl you wrote about?
You wrote about me?
She's fine.
She is my friend with an F.
A capital F.
For friend.
That life and that rhythm has the power to surprise and enchant you and move you in ways, and that's the magic.
Basically, it's like this very romantic movie that centers around people that are quirky, that you really haven't seen. So it's sort of a mixture of this genre that you've never seen before. And that's the way it is with the David O. Russell movie. And you walk away from it going, wow, that was kind of life-changing.
I've been on with you, you've been